Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get it. Let's go. That dude come through the pod, I'm like, but the first thing I spot was them Nikes. I spotted his Nikes, man. He didn't have them stick shoes on no more. I'm like, bro, come back through the pod, bro, got property on. You know what I mean? I'm like, I look over at Fred and Fred come up, Fred brushing his teeth, Fred come out of the cell, Fred was like, I read his brain. Fred was like, man, what are you doing in here? On everything, that's what everybody's brain was saying. So he go to the door. He at the door, he like, yeah. He got a white beater on, he got the jeans on. This early in the morning, he got a white beater on, the jeans, and his Nikes again. So he definitely got his property. If he got the white beater and the jeans and all that, and the Nikes. So he at the door, he like, yeah, hey, look, yeah, come to breakfast, yo. He was like, nah, they ain't shipping me again. That's all you heard him say through the door. Nah, they ain't shipping me again. Nah, they ain't gonna do it. Like, what? Like, nah, they ain't gonna do it. So I'm standing up there like, and I'm looking at the laundry man doing it. He like, yo, that's crazy right there. So he get about that joint. He get about that joint on everything. They do shift change. Next thing you know, Miss Davis is here. By the time we came back from breakfast, you know what I mean? It was like, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I didn't know what to say to him. I told you I rock with him, but I didn't know what to say to him. As we walk in the chow hall, a little bit in front of us was Fred, a little bit in front of us, Fred, and it was the barber dude when we stopped because it was like it's not a roadblock, but it was a chow hall. It was getting compressed, so like it was getting crowded. So they slow you down, and then you get in the line, and you just gradually go in through the chow hall. As everybody's standing right there, all you hear is Fred. I'm like, man, dude, the police. I don't care what nobody say, dude, the police. Ain't nowhere in the world you get packed up and they tell you not moving. How you get packed up and you not moving? How do you change that if you not the police? So this word, the barber dude like, man, he turned around, he like, man, I done seen a whole lot in penitentiary and I've been locked up 22 years. I done seen a whole lot in penitentiary, but I ain't never seen nobody get packed up and they ain't going nowhere. I ain't never seen that ever. I ain't never, ever seen that. He get packed up and they ain't moving. So I'm like, I'm saying in my head, kind of like, they right. I gotta go with them on this one, man. They are right. Because if they tell you pack up, man, you are out of there. You are out of there. You think I wanted to leave? But I knew it was nothing I can do. My name is already on the main. This isn't a move sheet within the compound. This is the main move sheet. This is the statewide. Like, I'm getting on a bus. The bus is coming to get me. I'm going to another camp. This is what it is. You can't stop this. But nevertheless, man, I promise y'all, man, dude can't get transferred, y'all. So boom. This was a crazy situation, man. I ain't even gonna lie. This was a crazy situation. So I didn't say nothing to him. When Miss Davis came back on to work, he came downstairs and he was the happiest guy I ever seen in my life. He came downstairs like this. His steps, he was like, Miss Davis was at the brick wall. He walked to Miss Davis. He walked up to her. He was like, how you doing? What's going on? Thought you were gonna get rid of me like that, huh? Upstairs listening like, why is this dude still here? So he took his do-rag off. He was like, he one of them fancy dudes. He got the cardboard right here in the middle, the cardboard in the back tie up. He take his do-rag off, wave, spin it. He go in his back pocket, put the do-rag up, go in his left pocket, pull out his brush. He like, yeah, they ain't gonna get rid of me. Yeah, they ain't gonna get rid of me like that. So I'm like, yo, like he bragging. He downstairs brushing his hair, bragging about the jump. So I see Fred. Fred is standing by us doing like this. Fred got his phone on the wall. He was posting up like he really want to say something. And I don't blame him. But I'm in the spot now, like where like if it don't affect me, I don't care. Like I'm not even really doing nothing at this time. And I'm like, if bro is really on some police stuff, I just hope he spared me because this definitely was a super mutant move right here, man. This was a move that you would never expect to see ever in penitentiary, and he done it. They packed this man up, and he's unpacked. So I was like, man, I'm gonna let the dust settle again before I say anything to him. But for the moment, man, he's back in the same mode. He's back in the same mode as being who he is, being fly, rocking the jean coat game, talking to all the ladies, man, and everybody back hating him, y'all. So boom. But I didn't hate him because I didn't have no proof that he was the people. But for the most part, after everything settles, I was like, I'm gonna holler at him just to see. But before I hollered at him, I saw my man. I went on the yard and I saw my man and introduced me to him slightly. They knew him. And I pulled up on my man. I'm like, yo, man. He like, what's up? So I kind of like in code screamed through the gate slightly, kind of like what's going on, right? Kind of like pig Latin and everything. Like my man know what I'm talking about though. So he like, word. I'm like, yeah. I was like, yo, so look, man. I was like, man, bro, I was like, man, bro, work for the feds or what? Like, is he a federal rally? Like, what's going on? He was like, man, I don't think, bro. I don't think bro move like that. Why would he move like that, bro? He locked in. He ain't got to move like that. I said, bro, I understand. I said, man, but listen though, bro. That man just threw an Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary, bro. Like they caught it in the end zone, bro. The man didn't get packed up. He was like, man, look. I don't know, bro. I don't know. They might just ain't mean to do it. Like, I don't know. But all I'm saying is you ask me my opinion, I'm telling you, I don't think bro the feds. I'm like, man, that's what it is, man. He was like, holler at him. He said, because I'm going to holler at him when I see him. He going to tell me. So I'm like, man, I'm going to tell him, man. I'm going to holler. I was like, all right, I'm going to holler at him. So I peeled him, bro. You know what I mean? I go back to the pod and I just was like, I don't want bro to feel like I'm in his business like that because I really wasn't. But I was still curious, man, because I never seen nobody get out of packing up and not moving, man. I never seen that. So I was like, well, just on the strength of that, I was like, I gotta holler at bro and see, you know what I mean? Like, how you pull that magic trick off, y'all? I'm not joking. I was like, I gotta see how you pull this magic trick off, man. That's the only way I gotta holler at him, man. So I let everybody do them. Everybody looking mad. Ain't nobody talking to him in the pod. Everybody's whispering that he is the feds. And it's like, I'm pretty sure he heard that rumor because it's hard not to hear rumors when you in penitentiary, especially in a closed-in place like in a block. So I'm pretty sure that he kind of heard what everybody was saying. So I caught him later on that night from when I talked to my man. So when I see him, I pull up on him. I said, yo, man, I need to holler at you, man. I kind of had like a little smirk on my face, like, and I just did that just to kind of like check his temperature, like to see if he like, yo, man, is he coming with this BS? Or is he like the rest of them or whatever the case? So I'm like, yo, bro, I need to holler at you, bro. He was like, for real? He was like, what I do? I was like, nah, you ain't do nothing though. I was like, man, look, man. He like, what's up? Talk to me. So we kind of like walked to the front, like to our slider door, but it's closed. So we kind of like right there, because that kind of get us not too far, not too close to everybody else. The microwave and the phones over here. The tables is right there up a little bit in front of us. So we got a little distance, but I'm like, I got my arm on the door. I'm like, hey, bro. I said, man, bro, how you pull that magic trick off, bro? He was like, man, go ahead, man. I said, man, how you pull that magic trick off, Duke, man? I said, bro, you got packed up to get transferred, my guy. I said, how you do that, bro? I said, bro, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I said, man, people in here talking bad. I said, I don't know you like that. I said, you know me and you cool, but I ain't been knowing you that long. I said, I hollered at my man. This to make sure, man. He was like, for real? I was like, yeah, I ain't, you know, what you want me to? He was like, nah, you good, but like, what'd he say? I said, nah, he told me you solid. I said, bro, the only reason why I thought it was shaky is because, bro, you took your property, everything down there, bro. Like, people call you to pack up. He was like, yeah, true indeed. He was like, but look, he said, man, I didn't want to go to a level 2. He said, man, I got my peoples to call. My peoples end up calling the warden. She got in contact with the warden that day. You know what I mean? He was like, I don't know if the warden talked to somebody from Richmond, and then the warden ended up getting the transfer denied. He was like, when I woke up early this morning, they told me to come to property as soon as they came in. And he said, I went to get my property while y'all was asleep. And he was like, they told me I won't move it. So I'm like, for real, man? He like, for real, bro? He was like, man, I ain't got no reason to lie. He's like, what I'm gonna be the feds for? He said, I already know what people saying. He said, what I'm gonna be the feds for though? He said, who I'm telling them? He said, you think I'm telling on anybody? He said, Weezy, look, all I wanna do is do what I'm doing. And you already know that. Like, I don't care about nothing else. I'm like, yeah, you right, bro. I was like, but dang, though, bro. I was like, yo, people's called and that don't end up working like that. He was like, man, because usually people's locked up, people's always calling Richmond and the warden. If you can get through to these people, like people always have complaints, so they don't really take nothing too serious unless you're in the hospital or something like that. But on a transfer, what do they care? So I'm still kind of like, I'm skeptical, slightly. I'll be lying to y'all if I told y'all I wasn't skeptical about this whole thing. But I was really skeptical about the whole thing because I'm just like, the way they got in, he made it sound so easy. I called my peoples got in contact with the warden. The warden ended up having to call Richmond. Maybe that was the case, he don't know. But either way, he wasn't moving. So I was like, you know what? Me and bro don't even kick it like that hard anyway. But at the end of the day, though, man, like still though, man, like I still think something fishy, y'all. So boom. So I said, yeah, you right, bro. That sound like I docked him up in earth. I was like, yo, bro, that sound, you know what I mean? I said, you lucky though. He was like, no, bro, you think I'm trying to leave, bro? He'll never say I'm messing with Miss Davis or whatever the case. But you think I'm trying to leave? I'm like, I wouldn't be trying to leave Lawrenceville, period. You know what I mean? If I was you. He was like, facts. So I'm like, that's what's up, man. So I dipped off. You know what I mean? So I go back upstairs and I just started thinking kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, what could he be into like so much? Like this is crazy. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know what had happened. As I'm upstairs thinking about this, I hear dudes downstairs arguing. So I hear somebody like, man, you just a hater. So when I hear that, I jump up, come to the door and look. I'm like, looking through the door. I see Fred like, all right, come back here then. Come back here then. You think I'm a hater? Yeah. If I'm a hater, you the police. Yeah, you the police. Ain't nobody believing that bogus story you talking, man. Ain't nobody hearing that, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. So they say, they like, look up, slide open. Miss Davis walk in right to the tension. She like, she start doing her around. She walked right past bro, Duke. She keep going. She going towards Fred himself. She get to Fred himself. Fred was like, hey, look, I don't even know why you interested in this dude. He ain't nothing but the police. That's all he is the police. This man is the police. Why you want to deal with this man for? He the feds. How you get packed up to get transferred, but don't get transferred? She walking, she hit a jump. He was like, Miss Davis, straighten this. When I heard Fred say that, I'm like, Miss Davis, straighten. He said, Miss Davis, straighten. She was doing it around, she stopped. He was like, man, listen, how do you get packed up to get transferred? You don't get transferred. She was like, she looking at him like, what you asking me for? He was like, man, this whole junk crazy in here, man. Yeah, I see what's going on, though. I see what's going on in here. So she do her rounds. She finished doing her rounds. She get to the brick wall. She called Fred over there. She like, come here, come here. He was like, at first he bugged. He was like, come over here. He walked over the joint. I don't know what they was saying. You know what I mean? I don't know what they was talking about. I dip off. I start standing over here. I'm like on the other side of the steps over from Fred's cell. You know what I mean? I'm looking over at Duke. Duke posted up by the payphones. He's watching her talk to Fred. You know what I mean? He's standing over there just watching the joint. So I'm like, man, this is crazy. But like, you know what I mean? Like so many people, man, so many people get like just trapped up in this situation where they think about these women and like, it's so much hate in penitentiary, man. Like regardless of who's right and who's wrong, I still feel like this wasn't a particular time for violence, y'all. So boom. So she talking to him. She's basically like this. Like he talking to her and she like, look, I don't know what she's saying when she told you tears. So like, look, no. Cause she just going in on him and she just going in. Then you just see Duke kind of like, I mean, so Duke walking, walking around, I mean. So Fred walk back by, grit on him. You know what I mean? Duke go over there and start talking to her. He only talked to her for like 5 minutes. He dip back on and start walking laps. So as he walking laps, I don't know what had happened then, but all you hear was, hey, what you keep looking at my face for? What you keep looking at my face for? So Duke like, man, nobody looking at you, man. What you talk about? It's the barber dude. I'm like, he's sitting down there playing pinochle with his homeboys. And I'm trying to figure out why is he worried about what Duke got going on? But he's just in the basket of one of these other dudes that's haters, man. I promise you. So Duke like, man, I ain't gotta watch you, man. You tripping. You ain't gotta watch me. The old dude guy was like, man, I'm sick of your hot butt. You the police. You the police, man. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. He's the police, y'all. Hey, everybody. Hey, this dude Duke. Yeah, he the police, man. You can't disguise that, man. I don't care how much fly clothes you got on. I don't care how many jean jackets you wear. He start naming all stuff like, when he start talking like that, I'm like, man, he sound like a prime hater. That's how I'm looking at things. Like, man, he sound like a real deal, super duper hater right now. Talking about, I don't care, you got a jean coat or none of that. So as he's saying that, Duke like, man, look, man. Hey, look, man. If anybody feel like I'm the police, man, and I'm snitching, man, let's address it right now. Let's address it right now. So dude was like, man, come on. He was like, nah, let's address it right now. He walked on the old head. He was like, nah, look, watch out. He pulled the cord out of the TV. He was like, phew. He pulled that joint out. He was like, nah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. He stood in front of the TV. He's like, who think I'm the people? Who think I'm the people? Anybody think I'm the people right now? We can handle it right now. We can handle it right now. I'm like, this dude wild, man. I'm like, this joke crazy. So I'm just watching. I'm like, this is wild. This is out of control. This is out of control right here. So I see Fred, but Fred just talked to the lady, Miss Davis. She probably gave Miss Davis his word. Like, all right, Miss Davis, You know what I mean? Old head barber dude was like, man, I think you the police. Like, I don't care how much you cut no TV off. He went up the steps like this. He like, open my door. Lady opened his door. Bah, door opened up. He was like, come on. Yeah, I ain't scared of you when you got me messed up. I don't care how many push-ups you do. That's all you heard was old head mumbling stuff as he was going in the cell. Man, I ain't scared of you, man. I don't care how many push-ups you do, man. Come on. You heard the box moving. Like he was putting his boxes on. I don't care about you, man. I don't care how many push-ups you do, man. I ain't scared of you, man. I looked up. I seen Duke. Duke was going up the steps like, oh, yeah? Like he was taking his time because, you know, he an older dude. He was like, Duke get up the steps. Duke was like, yo, so what you saying? Duke got to the threshold of his door. He was like, so what you saying, I'm the police? What you saying, I'm the police? He was like, yeah, I'm saying that you the cops. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that you are the police. That's what I'm saying. You got a problem with it? That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, come on. I ain't going to talk about it all day. I ain't going to be talking all day. Come on with it. Dude was like, shh. He looked back one more time, gave the booth one more look. He was like, he was in that joint, yo. All you heard was You got it. Duke's like, oh, fuck that shit, nigga. You calling me a police? He's like, you got it, man. You got it. Okay. You got it. All you heard was one more. And you seeing Duke coming out that joint. I was like, oh, shit, Duke coming out that joint. He hit the stuff. He was like, he started walking in the bar. He was like, anybody else? Anybody else? Yeah, I ain't no police. I ain't the police. I look over there, I see Fred and his homeboys looking like, they looking angry, like they looking super duper angry. They feeling like, man, like this man has beat somebody up over something they feeling really passionate about, man. They really feel like, man, Duke is the police, y'all, so boom. I kind of did too. But I wasn't gonna fight this fly maniac over it. I'm letting you know now, because I didn't have no proof. I didn't have no proof about him being the police, man. All I know is the move that he did, it didn't look shaky. He got packed up. He had got packed up, man. So like, it was just a crazy thing, man. Like he didn't call everybody out in the pod. It wasn't a situation like that, but he stood up for what he thought was right. And that's him not being the police. Now, on the flip side of this, probably like a month prior, my homeboy that was in 33 pod with me, man, I ain't gonna say his name where he from, but he moved over in 60 building. But he didn't come in my block, he moved over in 63 pod. So the whole time all this going on, bro, one of them dudes too, he ain't as fly as Duke, but he one of them dudes too that's a barracuda on them women. So he keeps something going on, a little something here, a little something there. But the whole building has been hearing about what's going on. You know what I mean? The whole building has been hearing about what's going on. So when I catch bro outside, he asked me about it. I wasn't even talking about it. He's like, hey, look, what y'all got going on? Y'all pod, y'all wild. I was like, man, that joint crazy. Like, man, what's up with dude? I'm like, man, I don't know. He was like, man, listen. He act like he got Miss Davis. He was like, listen, I be talking to the joint. You know the joint that wear the night shirt. I'm like, yeah. He was like, I be talking to her. He was like, man, look, she say Miss Davis talked to the old head nigga that's in here. So I'm like, who? He's like, I'm gonna show you when we get back, because I ain't know who he was talking about. So we come back off the yard. So I walk to his door. Now look, he was like, yeah, nigga right there. I look up, I see the old head at the microwave. Old head, like he got, you know what I mean? Like he work out, one of those skinny cut dudes, like he work out. I mean, like he was 40s. He's like, you know what I mean? He older than us, but he ain't washed up looking, you know what I mean? He look older than Duke at the most, you know what I mean? But I seen old head. Old head used to work. He used to be out there cleaning, like he buff, he do all of that. So it's a major possibility that this can be good information. So I'm just like, word. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, bro. He's like, dude over there, they say he's snapping to stay in Lawrenceville. This he won't ever lead a lady, man. He was like, man, it's the next one up when you get transferred, man. He was like, man, dude, wow. I said, man, he ain't trying to leave, man. Like he was like, man, I know. He was like, but at the end of the day, man, he was like, look, he ain't the only one with the lady though. He was like, that lady talked to, you know what I mean, another dude. But she probably just was so smooth about it because the way they had it set up, she would do a double, you know what I mean? And when she do a double, that's her staying longer in Lawrenceville. So she might have more spare time to probably kick it with another guy, whatever the case. But like I say though, to all the inmates that be trying to holler these COs, man, these ladies are not y'all ladies, y'all. So boom, y'all gotta start moving better, man. So I got that info. I just was like, this is crazy though, man. She got 2 boyfriends now. But at the end of the day, man, like she had to be the one that kind of helped him from getting moved that time. Like that's the only thing I can think of. I refuse to believe that his people's called the warden, and the warden don't care about nothing that much to help you out in that type of situation, my opinion. So I really felt like that was some BS that bro was spitting to me. But like I say, I still had to chill because I ain't really had no evidence. Nevertheless though, Duke just started back doing his regular activities, man. He moving around like how he moving around. He didn't care about what nobody thought, and he's doing him, man. And like I kind of respected how he went in there and handled that business, because if somebody was calling me a rat and they ain't had no proof. Like, we definitely fighting. That's the only thing I can think of. We gonna fight, man. And like, I seen Duke carry it like that, man. So like I say, Duke wasn't a scared person, but I just felt like his story had holes in it. Like, I wasn't going for that stuff, man. There's no way in the world I was gonna go for that he's been doing this and he's like, he got the people that, there's no way. I don't know, I couldn't figure it out and I couldn't put my finger on it, pause, but I just knew it was something else behind this. And like, you can see stuff like this from a foreign penitentiary. Like, you will look at somebody that told you some information, you will analyze the information because you don't have nothing else to do but analyze everything. And you will come up with, man, that for real, this is some BS right here. But what could I say? There's nothing I can do or there's nothing I can say because he's not bringing me no harm. My homeboy say he's straight, but I just think my man ain't been around him in a long time, y'all. So boom, I say probably about 3 weeks go by. 3 weeks go by. Out of nowhere, we in the pod one day. This probably like around 3 o'clock, something like that. I look up, see the counselor coming through. They don't hit the police noise when the counselor come in. The counselor come in the pod. She just start moving fast. I looked up, she was going up the steps. Looking super ugly. She was like this. She went up the steps ugly. She was like, pants all in her butt. She was like, she go to Duke door. She like, it's dark as hell in this cell. She like, she got a walkie-talkie. She like, the door opened up. She stuck her head in the joint. She like, I need to see you. Come to my office. Come to my office. And she just dipped. She go back down the steps looking hit. Go back out the door. I'm like, damn. So we ain't paying no mind. You know what I mean? She dipped for a while. Next thing you know, the fly guard had to get himself together. I guess he was in there sleeping or whatever the case. He get himself together. He come out extra fly. He come down the steps like this. He like, he go down. He shoot out the door. He out there for like 35-minute game. I promise y'all. He out there for a minute. I look up. That nigga coming back through the door. That nigga seen his homeboy he be talking to. He was like, man, say word, they packing me up again.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes.